Where is that guy? There he is. There's another one. You know what? Trick shot. I'm doing it. Come on! Yes! Got the trick shot. It's 2020 and I'm playing Cuisine Royale. I'll be honest, I didn't see this coming either, and yet here we are. I last covered this game in the summer of 2018, and at the time we were looking at it because of the weird history the game had. For those of you who don't know, Cuisine Royale started life as a joke. Literally. It was a game made as an April Fool's joke by a company called Gaijin Entertainment, who are a Russian-based company known for their work on War Thunder and Star Conflict. And a big thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. If you want to check out the game for yourself, there's a link down in the description below to download it for free on PC, Xbox or PlayStation 4. And should you use my link, you will receive a bonus pack containing in-game equipment and money to get you started. So the concept of Cuisine Royale came about because to protect yourself from those pesky enemy bullets, you would put all manner of kitchen items on your body. Frying pans, saucepans, colanders, you name it, and anything that you picked up would be actually placed on your character model, so you ended up looking utterly ridiculous. Amazingly, after April Fool's was over, I think the company thought, hold on, players seem to enjoy the wackiness of this game, it offered something different, and well, they actually proceeded to support it as a full title. And so today, I wanted to take another look at the game and see what's changed, what's been updated, and just get a feel for why some people are still playing this on a daily basis. Now, one of the big things that it has going for it is the price. There isn't one. As I said, it's free to play, and that suits the game perfectly. The first thing I noticed when I jumped back on is the movement seemed a lot better than when I first tried it. When I played it the last time, the movement was quite floaty and it was a little bit clunky. But to be honest, mechanically I think it feels okay now. You can play the game in either first or third person, but honestly I think with a game like this, third person is definitely the way to go. How else would you be able to see your character running around with a pan on their head? The core map is very similar as well, which is based in Normandy. I can't say exactly how much of the map has been changed, but I do recognise a few places from the last time that I played. We've got this big like World War II style bunker here. Anyone home? Oh, that was rude. What the hell was that? It was like bendy bullets or something. It was bouncing around everywhere. Really rude. And they went down here. I would like you to meet my friend, Mr. Boomstick. He says hi. And goodbye. There is also a brand new map set in Mexico, which definitely changes up the visuals from the very green fields of Normandy to the brown sands of Mexico. At first glance, it reminded me a bit of Miramar from PUBG. The entire map isn't just desert though. There are some elements of greenery in here too, and some cool pyramids, lots of new assets, so I was really impressed. It's also 4 times bigger than the original map, which isn't always a good thing when you have a relatively low player count, but I thought the flow of the game was fine. Oh, and also you don't parachute into Cuisine Royale like you do in other Battle Royale games. This game will just randomly spawn you on the ground somewhere, and then you have to go and fend for yourself, so no more cries of where we dropping, boys. So let me give you a rundown of the basics of Cuisine Royale. It's a smaller scale battle royale game with up to 40 players. You can play solo, duo or squads, which in this game is 4 players. The game also requires you to pick a character, some of which are locked at first. These characters not only look visually different, but they also offer up unique abilities. I've gone with Annie Pinup Ashley, who can briefly slow down time and improve her accuracy. Use it wisely though. Clyde Dozen McCullen, I don't know what's with these names, but he can turn into a frenzy mode and beat people down with his fists. I can hear someone. You know what, let's do beast mode for this, why not? Come here. Stop hiding, I want to pummel you. Yes, we got it, we got it. That is mad, what the hell? Why can you do that? Its Ocelotl is a mighty shaman, and he can open the door to the spirit world, and the Viking can spin up his hammer and fly into the air. It's Thor then. Now the newest character is called Valentine Chase, and she can use something called Flickering Step, which allows her to almost warp or dash forward. As you can see, this game has gone full mad, and sometimes that's a good thing. So what the game was probably most well known for originally was the way that you protect yourselves in combat. The base map is rural, so most of the looting that you're doing is small villages and outbuildings. And what do you find in those buildings? Well, kitchen utensils, of course. Just to be clear, you can find proper armor and helmets in this game too, and they offer up the most protection. But until you can find those or loot them off other players, you may well end up picking up some pots and pans to give yourself at least a fighting chance if you get shot at. The ultimate armor though is a full-on assault vest, which is going to give you the best protection. Now the game allows you to put protection on your head, chest, left and right arms and left and right legs, so you might end up looking like a walking kitchen, but at least you'll be protected. You're also going to need to find a bag, just like every other BR game, to hold all your gear. There are, however, some items that you might see around the world that may seem useless at first, but they're not. For example, there are bunny slippers that allow you to, you guessed it, jump higher. The eagle eye glasses improve accuracy, and the IV bag allows you to regenerate hit points. Find an oxygen tank and you can improve your stamina drain. All these things also go on your person, so by the end of the game, you'll look really stupid, but I suppose that's the point. In fact, I actually found a rocket pack as well, which is just bonkers, but I kind of liked it. It had a limited amount of fuel, and you can absolutely kill yourself if you go too fast and don't stick the landing. If you get injured in a fight though, you can get health back by using food items, which you find dotted around. I never really had any trouble finding any, and you heal quickly. It's also worth noting that you can pick up Aztec gold coins that you find on your way. They've got no limit or weight, so you can just carry as many as you want, and you can use these to gamble at slot machines to get in-game loot. In terms of weapons, there's definitely a lot more of those since I last played. You've got mostly World War II weapons like the MP35, the Tommy gun, Springfield rifle, Kar 98, as well as other iconic weapons like the AKM, the Scar, and even an MG42. Now, the next part of the video is where things start to get really crazy. Rituals. As you play the game and level up, you get access to royal books. You can also gain these by doing challenges. Now, royal books are a currency that you can use in the workshop to unlock certain items, including cosmetics and traps and rituals. These come in varying different forms. In fact, way too many to go into in one video, but you've got basic traps, which include stuff like jump pads that both you and enemies can use, all the way up to Ritual of Trembling Hands, which gives everyone on the server 300% more recoil. Yes, that's true, 300%. So traps only affect players who activate them, but rituals affect everyone. The jump pad is the first one that you get, and it can be useful for getting on top of buildings or flanking enemies. These rituals and traps consume souls, which build up as you play the game by getting kills. You can also get them passively with some pieces of clothing. There's even a, wait for it, zombie apocalypse ritual that's got zombie swarms attacking your opponents. I told you it was going to get a bit crazy. Wrapping things up, I think the interesting thing here is that the game went from a joke, obviously during its inception, to something where strategies and almost custom classes are coming into effect. So depending on your character and what pieces of gear you can find, you can essentially make a certain build which is quite different and interesting to play than anyone else. The gunplay, I think, even is quite nice, although I'm not a big fan of huge writing all over the screen when you get a kill, and I think the looting system could be a bit better, more refined. Thankfully, even though the loot looks like a mess on the ground, there is a proximity loot option to make life easier. If you want to try certain things out, then there is a shooting range in the game now, so load in, try all the guns and items to your heart's content. I'm not sure what the developers' goals for this game are and if the player base is where they want it to be, but they're definitely keeping the updates flowing, and the community the game does have seems strong. It's also got a wacky element to it, and there's some interesting cosmetics in here. I have to say it's quite fun to play too. I don't expect that I'll be playing it every single day, but to be honest with you, I was surprised at how much fun I had coming back to this game. It's changed quite a lot since I last checked it out in 2018, and I'm interested to see what more Gaijin can bring to the table. With that said, once again, a big thanks to them for sponsoring this video. And again, there is a link to download the game for free in the description below if you're interested in checking it out. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you didn't, a dislike. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.